Welcome back to the Renegade Report, and I am joined now with the returning state champ, Adrian Godinez. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, man. You got the bling out. Show them the bling. Show the world the bling, man. You see that bling right there? Look at that pinky ring. Look at that pinky ring, world. Man, I was a state champion in high school, track as a sophomore. Didn't get to have an opportunity to participate in the state championships from a high school football perspective because we didn't have that. So to see you with that right now, man, I'm extremely proud of you, man. Yeah, definitely. So let's start. Let's do it like a timeline. Where you from, Adrian?
I'm from Bakersfield, California. I went to Foothill High School.
Nice.
I was born and raised and lived on the east side most of my life, and just from there I just learned how to just grind, and just everybody around me helped me and supported me over there, and just a lot of support over there and a lot of good people over there.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I was born on the east side too, man. I'm a Bessie Owens baby. Grew up with some famous Foothill Trojans, Joey Porter, a few other guys were my childhood friends, lived on the same block, slept on their couch when I was homeless as a kid, so I got a major love and respect for every Trojan. My mom was a Foothill Trojan, by the way, too. So I know about your mentality. I'm not surprised to see you having that championship ring on, being you said where you come from. So let's talk about Foothill High School experience before we get into the Bakersfield College experience. Mm-hmm. So how was the high school wrestling experience for you?
Overall, growing up, Foothill High School had one of the best programs in Bakersfield. So a lot of great athletes came out of that room, and a lot of great athletes coached under Phil Marquez. And I was one of those persons that my uncle had brought me in, and he wanted me to train under Phil and the Foothill program because all he knew, because he trained back in the day with the Junior Express program, and he said that was the best program for me, and they really shaped guys up right there. And from there, I just got shaped up, and a lot of guys had left and went to different schools, but I just stood there, and I was only the remaining ones that stood and grinded with Foothill and had a lot of respect for the coaches. And after middle school, went straight to high school, and I got coached by a great coach named Brad Hall, and he shaped me pretty good, and he gave me a lot of mentality, wisdom, and just always picked me up from school. And he was always one of those coaches that did the most for me, and I respect him a lot for that.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Adrian, because I just did it with Coach Clark. We do like a coach's spotlight, and you're my player spotlight this week, and we talk about coaches' influences. So you've already beat me to the punch on that. Shout out to the coaches that put in the extra work helping players get to practice. I had a coach named Coach Preston. He would pick me up at 5 a.m. for zero period. Man, he was the reason why I went to school every day. And because of him, I was able to use football to change my life. So it's important for us to relay that message to the community that we didn't do this alone as players, right? Yeah. So let's talk about your transition into your freshman year last year. You come in as a freshman, great environment, great team, great coaching, Coach Clark, and then you end up a state champion, man. How did it feel at the end of the match? Take me to the end of the match after you completed the task of becoming state champion.
Well, I had a good semis match, and I felt good, and that week was just a bumpy road. It's just a lot of, and we train in the winter, so a lot of my knees and bones start hurting. But at the end of that match, the last match, it's just all the pain. I didn't feel nothing. It was just I'm here, and
wow.
This is where I'm best at. I'm always gonna show out at the end. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And
absolutely.
I went a little bumpy into that tournament, but I already knew I felt good, and my head was high, and I just wrestled the best I could wrestle, and I couldn't do any better.
Well, I had an opportunity to see you guys perform last year. My son was a wrestler at Bakersfield High last year. I was just telling Brett Clark how I was hoping that he came up to play with us and participate, but he's heading to the Army next week. Think about the influence that you now have over your teammates that are freshmen that are coming in, and how motivated they'll feel by seeing that big pinky ring. You gonna make me I'm gonna put my ring on my pinky so I could be like Adrian right now. Ain't the championship, but talk about the importance of your role as a leader for the team now, because regardless whether you like it or not, you are, So how does it feel to lead?
Like I tell them, regardless they just think I'm just naturally born. No, I'm a naturally born good wrestler. No, it's hard work, and just they already have good people around them, so they could do it just how I did it, and I just had believed in themselves. Like, I don't think it's impossible for anybody, especially if you've only been wrestling for a few years. It could happen. Just use that mentality, the drive, and the passion for your sport, and you got to have your work ethic behind you, and you got to believe in that most part.
Absolutely. It all starts with the work ethic. You know, I tell people all the time, they assume that we just line up and play the game. They don't understand that it's a year-round mission to become a great player, an athlete that somebody sees when they're finally performing, right? Year-round schedule. So let's talk about Brett Clark's wrestling schedule for the season. Like, what does the season look like for you guys from an off-season perspective to preparing for the game? Just in a quick summary.
Well, majority of the off season we do a lot of lifting, and we run year round like we're the track team. So that keeps us in shape. That keeps us in shape for the most part. I feel like I'm on track instead of wrestling sometimes because it's intense, and running's not my best thing. So I'm not the leader of the pack, but I keep up, and I try not to give up, and I give my all, and that shapes us for the best part. Then during season, by the time season starts, we're all in pretty good, fair shape.
Nice.
And we're ready to wrestle.
Extreme conditioning, man. Extreme conditioning.
The transaction from high school, too, is just it's an extra minute of wrestling in that.
Gotcha.
It don't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. Cause
in your periods?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We wrestle at 3-2-2 now. So
nice.
that's a little tougher than high school.
All right, Adrian. So what we got this weekend? We have the West Hills tournament.
Yep.
Are we heading there, or are we at home?
We're heading to West Hills on Saturday morning.
Okay, West Hills Saturday morning. Who you matched up with? You know who you seeing already?
Last week I had a pretty tough match against another state champion. He had wrestled the weight class below me last year, and we had made the finals this last week. And I'm looking forward to seeing him again. We had a pretty good match.
Yeah.
It didn't work for me how it should have, but just gotta work on my mistakes and get in better shape and look forward for the best. And I know I got what it takes. It's just gotta get back into shape, and we'll see what happens this week.
Well, Adrian, I gotta tell you, man, I'm proud of you. You know, definitely an honor to finally have a one-on-one with you. I've seen you perform. You're one of my favorite athletes, period, no matter what sport. And just hearing your mentality and where you come from, prior to the East Side, you know, representing for Foothill and all the Trojans. I'm going to let my mom know that I met a young Trojan state champ. And let's click the rings for him one time as we go to break. Bakersfield College Wrestling state champ, Adrian Godinez. Be on the lookout. They're heading to the West Hills tournament this weekend. But proud of Brett Clark, proud of the whole wrestling staff. If you thought we were just a football school, you're sadly mistaken. We perform at a high level in everything we suit up on. This is Kenny Calvin of the Renegade Report, and we'll be right back after the break with longtime athletic trainer Fred Smith. I hope he's out there.
For nearly 80 years, Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been helping generations of local people achieve local dreams. What started as a tiny office in the basement of Bakersfield High School, where receipts were kept in a shoebox, has grown to become the largest financial institution headquartered in Kern County. And local matters. Through the years, we've been witness to families and friends passing their Current Schools tradition down from one generation to the next. And we always have room for more. So be sure to start your Current Schools family tradition today. Current Schools, together we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's Three-Way Chevrolet's first all-GM benefit car show. Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Renegade fans, be sure to catch your 2018 Renegade football team as they take to the field this season. Don't miss any of the action as El Camino, Santa Monica, Orange Coast, East LA, and Moore Park will all visit Memorial Stadium to square off against your Renegades. Season tickets range from $25 to $60 and can be purchased by visiting Validtix.com or calling 1-888-8